Now that I have your attention, I'd like to give you 5 tips to keep your child safe. First of all, that was only my son. I was still worried about my 3 girls. How would I know if somebody told them on Facebook or some other social networking site, said that they were someone their age and called them pretty? There's way too many stories out there about children, both male and female, being stalked by pedophiles on the internet. Keep your computer in a public place. They're not going to go in, well, they're less likely to go in places where they shouldn't be if you can look over their shoulder at any second. They're less likely to be exploring things that they know aren't necessarily the best things to look at if you know that or you are real close by. Number 2, install online Norton Family. If you have another one, that's great. This program can actually be used for free, and it will help you find out if your children have social networking profiles that you didn't otherwise know about. It will also help you, it will show you once they've found it what kind of information your child had to give them. Did they have to give them a phone number, an address, an age? Did they lie to get this networking access to this page? So install, if you don't want online Norton Family, install another program that will help you find out where your child's presence is online. Now, not all of the dangers are outside of the net. They're not all online. When you let your child out of the home and they go into play into other people's houses, there are dangers everywhere. Other people might have guns. My family in particular is not allowed to go to certain houses with certain breeds of dogs. Talk to your child about what is acceptable and what isn't. And most importantly, talk about the feeling that they get in the gut. You know that feeling that you get when something just isn't right? You know as a parent, you get that gut feeling. You can't put your finger on it, but you know that something is not quite right. Well, believe it or not, your children get that same feeling. It's intuition. And the thing is that if it's not stifled, your children have even more intuition than you do. So you need to talk to your child about listening to that gut feeling that they have and keeping themselves out of situations they know they shouldn't be in. What other types of things might they want to remove themselves from? Well, if they're at a friend's house and they're playing video games that are rated mature, or if they're watching a movie that is extra scary or is rated R or even worse than R. These are all situations where your child needs a way to get out, and that's how we get to step number 4. Give your child an escape route. Now, you might think this is a little bit strange, but if you think about it, have you ever been in a situation where you really wanted to get away, but you didn't have the excuse? I know that couples will sometimes have a little uh, look or a twitch that they give each other at parties if they're trying to get out of a conversation and they need some help. Well, your child may be thinking that it's rude to call home and say they want to come home because an adult is making them feel uncomfortable, but they can't explain how that adult is making them uncomfortable. That's the intuition that your child needs to know about. Also, if there are those things that your family doesn't consider appropriate, but your child does not want to announce that to their peers, for example, the R-rated movie or the mature-rated video games, they know that that's not good stuff for them, but they don't want to cause a scene. Your child needs an escape route, so you're going to give it to them, and this is how. Set up a password or a passphrase. Typically, it works best if it's in the form of a question. This way, your child does not have to do any kind of lying to get out of a situation they don't want to be in. Have them call you and ask you a simple question. Mom, have you seen my red sweatshirt? Nobody has to know that your child has no such thing as a red sweatshirt. Your response, knowing that you've practiced this. So this is your cue to get your child home. No, honey, I'm sorry, I haven't seen your red sweatshirt, but I'm glad that you called. I have to be to work early tomorrow, so I need you to come home right now. I'm going to come get you so that I don't have to worry about getting you home tomorrow before I go to work. See, now it was on you. It's your fault. You're to blame. And nobody has to know but you and your child that you have this secret connection and this secret way for them to get out of a certain situation. It's a nice bonding experience for you and your child to have, and you haven't done anyone else any harm, and you haven't really done any kind of lying. Your child does not have to lie to get out of a situation, and they don't have to embarrass themselves or make someone else feel uncomfortable. Very important for your child to have an escape route. And finally, stay alert. What happened to me is because I let my guard down. Don't let that happen to you. Now, you don't have to be overly stressed helicopter parent, but keep that intuition in tune. Make sure that you're giving your child eye contact every single day and that they know it's safe for them to come to you with any questions or gut feeling reactions that they have. When they can come to you because it's safe to talk to you about things that they have questions, then you don't have to worry about rifling through and getting personal information without their permission. I hope these 5 tips help you keep you and your family safe. For more information, please go to myparentingcoach.com.